Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Casey.
And I'm Anthony.
And we are Dos Cavazos. So this has been a highly requested series. So we are going to be watching Chernobyl, which is a limited series available on HBO.
So this series actually came out last springish time, around that time. We really wanted to watch it, but our time was so occupied because we were actually getting ready for our wedding last year. So we didn't end up watching it, and it just kind of fell out of sight, out of mind a little bit too. We always meant like we were going to go back and watch it, but luckily we didn't, so we could actually react to it here for you guys.
So the things we know about Chernobyl. So Chernobyl was a terrible, terrible disaster, a nuclear disaster that happened in the 80s in Ukraine. And it affected so many people's lives, all the people around it, everyone who lived in the town, and it's still an area that is uninhabitable and unsafe.
For like hundreds of years too, right? That people can't live there.
And I actually used to do a lot of research on Chernobyl. I don't know why, it just kind of like the thought of a nuclear disaster, I was really fascinated in it, not in like a good way, but just, the horror and everything that it caused was really sad, and I did a lot of research about it when I was younger. I feel like as the years gone by, though, I've forgotten a lot of that information. So I'm excited to dive back into that and learn some more and see this kind of story. I don't know if this is like a story about the time, about the aftermath. I have no idea what this series is about, but I'm a little bit more familiar with, the actual historical event that happened. So I'm very curious to see how they portray this. I don't know if any of you have seen the Chernobyl Diaries with Jesse McCartney.
I haven't seen it.
And I mean, that movie was entertaining. It was supposed to be like a horror movie. It was entertaining, and I say entertaining in the way of it was entertaining, but I feel like it kind of brought, like, it was almost disrespectful in a way to the events that happened because, they were like showing these weird like mutated fish and all this weird stuff because they went to Chernobyl after, like, years later.
I have even less knowledge of the Chernobyl incident. Like I said, I did a little bit of research. Nothing that's going to spoil anything here. I do know that it was about some sort of nuclear power plant breakdown or something along those lines, right? And then it also affected like the surrounding countries. Like the radiation was like spreading and stuff.
And it could have had potential to really affect it, but
it also
luckily wasn't. It was taken care of.
It also, from what I remember, this isn't even something that I just researched, but like it created. A lot of people think that a lot of people died from cancer after the fact from that, and just like a whole bunch of other different diseases. Deformities was the thing that I've always like associated with that, just because I had heard about that a long time ago, but I hadn't actually done the research, I guess, that Casey did when she was younger, so I'm not as too familiar with it. I guess that the one thing that I would say that I have like some sort of guess, I don't know if this was even an attempt to like make it seem like this, but The Hills Have Eyes. Like, didn't that have to do with like some sort of nuclear thing too?
I don't remember. I think so.
But it wasn't Chernobyl.
No,
it was just like something else nuclear or something like that.
But I feel like that's like kind of another thing similar to like the Chernobyl Diaries. Like it was like a dramatization that was meant to be like more scary, which
like
I feel like
film.
Like so many people's lives were affected by it, and it wasn't like. Like some people did have deformities or like had children with birth defects, but I don't think like it was like scary monster,
Which I don't anticipate this to be. I feel like this thing is pretty grounded in reality.
To what happened, and it was a horrible disaster, and I feel like it's good. Like I feel like people kind of forget about it or just kind of push it out the back burner. Like, oh, it was Chernobyl. The Chernobyl happened. It was just a nuclear accident that happened. But I feel like it's good that it's being brought to more awareness because of how severe the situation was.
Yeah, so a couple things that we also do know about this show in particular. It's actually won a lot of awards. I know it was at the Golden Globes a few weeks back. It won the Best Limited Drama Series, if I'm not mistaken. And also Stellan Skarsgård won a Golden Globe for this depiction in the show as well, too. And then, actually, whenever we post this video, the SAG Awards, I also think they also won the Best Ensemble Cast for that there as well, too. So we're very familiar. I don't say very familiar, but we're familiar with his work a little bit. He was Bootstrap Bill in Pirates of the Caribbean, and he was also in Thor and like the first Avengers movie. He was taken over by Loki. He's also the dad of Bill and Alexander Skarsgård. She has a huge crush on Alexander Skarsgård.
From True Blood.
Yeah, that was Eric Northman.
Eric Northman.
And then Bill Skarsgård is also Pennywise from It. Really, really good actors. That family is very, very talented. And then also Jared Harris. I'm not as necessarily familiar with him as much. He has popped up in a few different things. You haven't seen it, but he was in Resident Evil 2. I know that might just be something that might be out of sight, out of mind for a lot of people, Resident Evil Apocalypse. I know he was in that that movie. I think he had a small bit role in Mr. Deeds, and he was also in a few different other things too. But I'm not as familiar with him. But I'm actually really excited to see him in this depiction, just because I'm so intrigued by these events. Because I am very curious now. I guess like this show has actually sparked my interest to learn more about it. But I didn't want to do that research on these events until I actually saw this show, and then I can go after the fact and kind of
like what was
real and what was dramatized and stuff of that nature.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're super excited about it, so let's check it out and let's see how great it is.
In this story, it was Anatoly Dyatlov. He was the best choice. An arrogant, unpleasant man. He ran the room that night. He gave the orders. Dyatlov will spend the next 10 years in a prison labor camp. There were far greater criminals than him at work. He deserves death.
I wonder if we're going to hear the story from his perspective then.
Oh, wow. A lot
A
of
lot
tapes.
of stories. I wonder where he's taking it.
Do you know when the date that it happened?
I don't remember.
Because I know this is after the
exactly.
fact, but like I'm curious how
Yeah.
much later it is. It's like kind of like a drop.
Oh, yeah. Secretive. Interesting.
Or he's being watched by them, by the country, Ukraine, right?
But he's in Moscow right
Yeah.
now. He made it look like he was taking out trash. I feel like he's gonna get killed. I don't know why.
Was all those for one cat?
Oh, he's sick. He's sick. Maybe that was like his last words, you know, saying his piece.
Something ominous though. Is gonna happen.
I know. Either he's gonna die or he's gonna get killed. Oh my gosh!
Oh shit.
That's why he left so many bowls for the cat.
So that he didn't have enough food to eat until somebody found him. That is freaking
Wow, that's the opening of the series?
I have pretty high hopes for this show. That's freaking insane.
Oh
All that
my
happened in like the first 2 minutes.
gosh.
All right, hold on.
Pripyat, Ukrainian,
2 years.
SSR 2 years and 1 minute earlier. Okay, we get that.
Is
That must be the...
Is this the day?
Oh my
shit!
gosh! This is the day! Can you imagine?
Oh my! It took so long to get to it, like to feel the eruption.
Yeah.
Not the eruption, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Like they were just going about their lives. Oh my gosh. That's who he was talking about. Dyatlov. I'm sorry, I can't say that name. Dyatlov.
Priority. It exploded. We know. Akimov will be calling the reactor core.
There is no core. It exploded. The core exploded.
He's in shock. Get him out of here.
They can't. They're in
believe him.
shock.
You're confused. RBMK reactor cores don't explode. It tastes metal. Akimov!
They're all like exposed to radiation right now.
The guy was like, "Do you taste metal?"
Yeah. They're like in disbelief. See, he was, in his tape recording, he was talking about Commander Gelatov.
You're not on call tonight.
Bringing everybody in. Military and stuff.
He's a firefighter.
Poleskaya, Kiev. This is a big one. No chemicals. The problem's a roof. It's covered in tar, so it's gonna burn all night and it'll stink like hell. That's it.
Oh my gosh, like nobody knew the severity of what was going
Yeah.
on.
I didn't know that happened overnight.
But like they were already exposed. There's nothing you can do now.
What's he doing?
He's
Freaking
scared.
out, yeah.
Because it's at war. Like nobody.
Oh, he thought it may have been bombed.
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't understand.
It's 3.61. This is how it goes. The good one's locked in a safe. I
Oh.
don't have a key.
Is that the radiation detector?
I think so.
Your face.
Oh.
Oh, it's red and.
Oh
Oh.
my god!
It's like a horror movie, but it like what really
Real life
happened.
horror movie,
I mean,
yeah.
this is probably a dramatization, but you know, similar events.
Oh, did he just throw up already? Oh my gosh, this stuff works so quickly.
Yeah. It's really toxic.
Yeah, it's just crazy that it could have that quick of an effect on
Yeah.
people.
Oh. Oh my god, a bird? Why do they gotta show us a bird in there? It's gonna like die.
I have a feeling a lot of them are gonna die.
Oh my gosh, the radiation dust. The ash. Oh my gosh.
Get the hell out.
They're already like
I know,
affected,
but
though.
like...
That's the commander. Dyatlov. And then here come more people coming to get radiation.
I need water in my reactor core. Get out
He
there
still
and make
thinks
sure
there's
that
a
pumps are
core.
right.
3.6 Rontgen, but that's as high as the meter.
3.6. Not great, not terrible.
It's as high as it goes. Hopefully.
Oh my gosh, and all these people don't know what they're getting into. They should have been evacuated.
Wait, is that the husband?
I think so.
So he is with the fire.
The fire department. I think he said they were calling in all
Yeah.
the like first responder type people.
It's just sad to know that this isn't going to do anything to help the
I know.
problem. And they're like right where the dust is probably. Oh, you're picking up
Oh
pieces.
my god,
of,
you
oh
touched
my
it.
God.
Vasily.
Don't touch that. That's like pieces of the reactor probably.
It was like shiny earlier.
Do you taste metal?
Yeah, what is that? I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
The valves, Misha. The valves, let's go. The valves,
He was
come
like
on.
looking at his hand.
Yeah.
Take her, get on his hose!
Uh-oh. His hand.
I wonder if because he touched that. Oh my god.
Oh my
He
god.
barely touched it with a glove.
I know. Oh gosh.
I wonder if because he was holding that hose, it's going to do anything to him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, get the
It's
hell
right
away
in
from that.
all that stuff, but they're just like doing their job, I guess.
I know. This is so depressing.
I feel like the situation was just so poorly handled.
Yeah. Well, the first responders, like you
Yeah.
said, they're just doing their job, but they have no idea what they were running in on.
Like, there's no emergency protocol, I feel like. Oh my gosh, is that the door to the reactor? It had that hazard symbol.
I feel like it's just bad decision after bad decision at this point.
I guess they just, like, need to make sure.
Get... I mean,
It's blown,
yeah.
y'all. They know.
Yeah.
They know. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's the wife or the girlfriend or
They're all
whatever.
gonna probably get the radiation too if it spread to different countries.
It's a fire, it's over there, we're over here.
Nobody knew. And nobody was telling the people anything.
He has his kid in a stroller too. No. She knows it's worse than that.
Yeah.
He's delusional.
Oh my god!
Call in a day shift.
Yeah, let's get more people contaminated.
We have to keep...
They're just like, come on, dude.
You need to tell them to fuck off. Like, no.
Yeah.
They're just scared of him, but like, you know, just by the look on their face, they know the extent of this. But they're...
It's just a poorly handled situation.
Damn, it's only been an hour. Like, all this stuff is happening in such a small period of time.
Oh, they see it. This must be a different area.
Maybe.
They haven't brought anyone in from the fire.
What fire?
The power plant.
See, I don't even know.
Oh. It mustn't be too bad.
They think it's a, like, just a
Do we
power
stock
plant.
iodine? No, pills. Does the hospital stock iodine pills?
Iodine pills? Why would we have iodine pills?
Doesn't seem very knowledgeable for a doctor.
Yeah.
Maybe they never had to use that before.
It regrettably ignited, damaging the plant, setting the roof on fire.
Still just saying it's the roof?
Yeah, it's not the roof.
Tony,
So it was a safety
Of
test.
course,
caused it.
Deputy Chief Engineer Dyatlov was directly supervising the test, so he would know best.
Taking measures to ensure a steady flow of water through the core. 3.6 Rontgen per hour.
Nope.
Well, that's not great, but it's not horrifying.
Oh my god.
It's way worse
From the
than
feed
that.
water,
I don't know what the hell's his problem. He knows. Like, he's just...
I think he just,
I don't even think it's denial. He's just like, it is what it is. Sure. But I don't know why you're going through the motions.
he just doesn't want to admit it to himself or everyone else that everyone's gonna like die basically.
What do you know about it? You clean floors at
These
a train
people
station.
just,
My friend Yuri works.
are they just like it's like a spectacle?
No gas, no fire, just atoms.
They're drinking.
Yuri said.
Oh, it is beautiful.
Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure that was like a rumor that people were on that bridge.
I feel like
But
I've heard
it's
about
unconfirmed
like a
if that was
spectator
true.
bridge or
Yeah,
something like
they
that.
call it like Bridge of Death or something, or Murder Bridge.
It's very ominous.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
shit,
my
yeah,
gosh,
you're
they're
right.
getting all the reactor dust. Yeah, I've heard that before.
Oh my gosh.
It's just like sad because it's not their fault.
Yeah.
Like these people didn't know. Like if
I
we
mean,
saw
I feel like,
something,
yeah,
we would go look
it's
at
like
it.
second
You know,
nature.
we would be like, oh, what's that?
Yeah, to like look, if something big
Yeah.
happens, you're just gonna look.
You don't
yeah.
know. They think it's a fire, and like, you know.
They don't see all the stuff falling on them?
But they probably just think it's like ash from a.
No!
Oh my god.
Mm.
They just think it's like ash from a fire. They're like playing in it.
Oh my gosh.
It's like hindsight's 2020, you know? Like, we know now what happened, but at the time they had no idea.
Yeah.
It's over.
Oh man.
First one to actually say it.
Yeah, admit it. Oh god, is that the hand guy? Is he dying?
Or is this another guy now?
Oh.
It has to be another guy,
Yeah.
I feel like.
Look at his face.
Now, to prevent a panic, the Central Committee have ordered a detachment of military police to Pripyat.
How large of a detachment?
Between 2,000 and 4,000 men.
They're like, that doesn't seem
What's
minor.
really going on here? How dangerous is this?
There's mild radiation, but it's limited to the plant itself.
No, it isn't. Excuse me. You saw men outside vomiting. You saw men with burns.
It's true. When the people see the police, they will be afraid. But it is my experience that when the people ask questions that are not in their own best interest, they should simply be told to keep their minds on their labor and leave matters of the state to the state. We seal off the city.
So they're gonna seal him in?
And cut the phone lines.
What the fuck?
Contain the spread of misinformation.
You've got to be fucking shitting
That
me.
is how we keep the people from undermining the fruits of their own labor.
You need to let them out and let them call our families to say goodbye.
Yes, come.
There was none. The meter burned out the second it was turned on.
It's typical.
See, this is what Moscow
It's
does.
not.
Sends us shit equipment and wonders why things go wrong.
We found another dosimeter
Okay, and it did
from
the
the
same
military
thing.
fire department. It only goes to 200 Rontgen, but it's better than the small ones.
And?
It maxed out. 200 Rontgen.
What game are you playing?
No.
No, I asked him. He took multiple measurements. He's my best man.
It's another faulty meter. You're wasting our time.
I checked the meter against the control.
You didn't see graphite.
Oh my gosh.
I did.
You didn't. Go up to the vent block roof. From there, you can look right down into reactor building 4. I'll see it with my own.
He's gonna throw up.
Oh my gosh.
Believe it now. Oh my god.
I apologize.
The feed water. Been around it all night.
Gosh, there was an excuse for everything.
Go to the vent block roof and report back what you see.
Fuck you. Stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
No, I won't do that.
Go home. Leave. Get out of there.
Of course you will.
No.
Be like, screw y'all, just shoot me. It'll probably be a less painful death than what I'm gonna have to experience if I go up there. Y'all's fucking asses go up there then. Like, it's not like they're gonna believe anything he reports back, so what's the point of this?
Oh, look at that. There's no core. Ugh.
His face already red.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna die. Do you believe it now?
He probably still doesn't.
Like all these people. Oh.
Even the first responders are going down now.
Are they gonna see it?
It's gone.
Oh my gosh, he went back. They can't believe. I think they finally realize it, maybe. It seems like it.
I don't even think so. They're probably just calling him a liar. It's gonna be like just a, a convoy of
my
just cars.
gosh. Constant people.
Oh,
we're back. Yeah. Oh.
No, it's in the
Oh
past.
my gosh,
They're calling
finally.
him.
Okay, this is him.
Oh, there we
Yes.
go. Sorry.
Fyodor Legasso is the first deputy director of the Kurchatov Institute of Atomic Energy. There's been an accident at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant.
How bad is it?
No need to panic. There was a fire. It's mostly put out. The system control tank exploded.
Control system tank. And the core?
And we've ordered them to continuously pump water.
Yes, I see. Any contamination?
This mine. The plant manager Brikhanov is reporting 3.6 Röntgen per hour.
That's actually significant. You should evacuate the
You're
surrounding.
an expert on RBMK.
3.6, and they should have.
Yes, I've studied it.
General Secretary Gorbachev has appointed a committee to manage the accident. You're on it. You're on this committee to answer direct questions about the function of an RBMK reactor, if they should happen to arise. Nothing else. Certainly not policy. Do you understand?
Yes, of course. I didn't mean to.
Okay.
So he
I thought I was gonna like Skarsgård. I might not, but he's actually just telling him what they're reporting to him. So I'm curious if he's an asshole too, or if that was just the initial point of the 3.6, because that's what he told his bosses, and went up the chain of command.
So he was just some random nuclear expert that they just called in, and he was like, "Oh, you should have evacuated at the lowest one."
3.6. Yeah. Smoke. Oh, let's get into the city now.
Pripyat. Because Pripyat's right next to it.
I feel like I've seen pictures of like this, like
but
a playground.
Like radiated. It was just like a regular town.
Oh my god.
And it was like mostly the families of the plant workers and things like that. Oh my gosh, the bird died. It's like the first.
What's in the sky?
Yeah, it's like starting.
Okay, so that was absolutely insane. It's amazing in like the good way of the show being amazing, not the events obviously that happened.
Yeah.
This is like true horror. Like, in all honesty, this is scarier than like any horror movie that I could even think of off the top of my head, because this actually happened.
Diaries.
Yeah. Regardless, it's terrifying to see these events happen, and like the doom and despair that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And then like these people are just like, the citizens are just oblivious to the fact that this is even a possibility.
They're not
they
getting
cut off their phone lines.
Yeah.
They're oh my god, it's so insane. And like the nuclear expert, he said, it was 3.6 was enough to evacuate the surrounding area, and it melted down the one at 1,000. The 200 said 200. So it's well over 1,000.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, like, in real life, they deducted that it was, like, almost 15,000 times what would be a safe limit.
That is absolutely
So it was,
insane.
like, significantly bad. And I feel like I get to the extent that they were in denial, because, like, if something happened like that, to you, you'd probably want to, like, it's, like, hope for the best until you can't,
Yeah.
But, like, at a certain point, you have to be like, okay, like, we screwed up, we need to fix this. What are we going to do to fix this?
Well, I feel like there was a mixture of things. Whoever the commander in charge was, I don't even know if that was denial necessarily, as he didn't care to even, like, because you had to have seen it. You've seen your people throwing up, and he kept making excuses like, it's just minor this. The color in the sky could be attributed to this. It was just excuse after excuse. And, like, the guy that they got sent back up to the roof to go look, like, are you kidding me?
Look at his face.
Shoot me. Like, in all honesty, because, like, if that was the case and you know how you're going to die, like, I would have said, screw you guys. I don't give a shit what you have to tell me to do. Like, because you're going to put him through, like, a horrible death right now. And that is just insane to me. I don't know, like, obviously how much of this is, like, dramatized for, like, the show. But, man, this is just intense. It's scary. And as just a show, it's done amazingly. Because I feel like the emotions, like, with these people.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if this was going to be an aftermath or a prequel or whatnot.
It's kind of like in
but
everything.
It's like showing you what happened, and in a live version, not just like documentary type,
Yeah.
But it's very good, and it's like very well done, and I feel like, for showing the events, they're still being respectful to the events that happened, which I was like, I feel like it's just really difficult to talk about things that happen to real
natural
people.
Disaster. Well, not natural disasters, just disasters that
really
cost
did
people
happen.
a lot of people. A lot of people's lives.
Yeah, and lives, and a lot of people still are affected to this day. So
I haven't done the research on it. I'm very curious to do a lot more research after we finish the series.
Yeah.
But man, it's just so
It's
well
good,
done. I'm
and
so looking forward to this next episode already.
yeah. So this is just a different type of show than we've ever done on our channel. And I really do like that we get to explore a new type of show, a new type of genre. Even though it's like historical, but it's still, I think, would be considered historical fiction in a way. I'm not sure.
Quite 100%
because
sure,
it's based on true events. But I mean, who knows? Maybe I wonder how much they followed of the actual events, and if you know that, let
I'm
us
curious
know.
if
But
Harris, like the guy who was the consultant at the end, the one who hung himself at the beginning, I wonder if like those tapes he recorded were actually really done, and like most of the stories coming from that.
Yeah.
Like I'm curious.
I'm excited to see him because he like already seems like he's, you know, kind of like, okay, I'm an expert in this. You know, this is what we need to do. I wonder if he's gonna go in there and be like, come on, guys, like, get your head out of your ass. Like, let's take care of the situation.
Well, remember they said matters of like the state or matters of policy or matters of policy. You're a consultant for like that particular reactor. Is what they told.
So at the end, we got introduced to the consultant who's about to go onto the scene, and I'm excited to see where he goes from there. I'm excited to see Skarsgård. We still haven't seen him. We heard his voice, but I want to see if he's truly like
hopefully he's not an asshole,
or maybe he's just going with what the command is telling him. You know, like chain of command, you usually don't question it, which is
he was still reporting the 3.6.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see where it goes from here.
So am I.
Yeah. So if you're new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click the bell, especially if you are wanting to see our future Chernobyl reactions. We also have just finished The Witcher, and we have a few episodes of The Mandalorian as well.
Back half. 4 through 8, I believe.
Yeah, so if you're interested in that, go ahead and check that all out, and we will see you in our next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye.